Hi, everyone. Hi. So I kind of wanted to talk today about Jussie Smollett, whatever, and the police just dropped all the 16 charges. He was being charged for like felonies, and they just dropped all 16 counts. So I feel a way about that. I'm like very irritated about them dropping all 16 charges because I feel like they sat here and wasted everybody's time. He wasted our time, the police wasted our time, everybody wasted our time because at the end of the day, who cares? Like, and I'm not, I don't mean like who cares, but I'm like the media is constantly putting out information to traumatize us. And um, at this point, I don't really know what to believe about what happened because it's too much information coming out, but not enough evidence on either side to convince me to say something if I'm going to look at all the information we have right now. Um, and so I'm irritated with both sides, with the police and with Jussie, because I'm like, if this was um, if they did something, if this happened, if what you're saying happened, then why do we need to know about it? I feel like the next step would be to get the people that did it and then make sure that it doesn't happen again. Or like with the police, if y'all think that Jussie Smollett is lying, then, get whatever evidence you need to prove that he's lying and then put things in place to make sure that that doesn't happen again. None of that needed our information. We didn't have to know what was going on. The FBI, all these other organizations, they do cases that we never hear about. We never know about it. So I'm like, why did y'all even have to tell us that this was going on if y'all were going to sit here and make a mockery of our emotions and just basically use us? You didn't need us to. Like, I don't know if the public opinion made a difference in anything in the cases. I don't know if it made a difference with the police doing all that stuff because I never thought that he was lying until the police came out and said he was lying. Um, and I'm from Chicago. So yeah, I understand, the police lie about everything and I was taking that to account, but the things that I felt like I needed to know to make me feel like he's definitely not lying, I wasn't getting that from him. And the things that make me feel like the police definitely wasn't lying, I'm not getting it from them. They're saying that they got all this evidence, but they're not showing it to us. He's saying that all this stuff happening, but people saying like, okay, well, if that happened, how did they pour bleach on you if it was so cold? It doesn't even work at that temperature it was outside. Or okay, and like the two brothers, the Nigerian brothers, they're American. Also, I'm like, when did that come out? Like, I was watching the Grapevine show on YouTube, and they mentioned that like the Nigerian guys were American, and I never heard that. And sometimes I'm just out of the blue, but I'm not. I don't even know what's going on. So I was irritated. Like, why are they I feel like both sides were preying on the public's emotions, and that gets on my nerves because we didn't have to know any of this stuff was going on. Like, we already know that black people die by police. We know that black people are targeted. We know that people of color are not safe around white people because of the systems that are in place, and those policies have a history of not protecting those people. The system does not have a history of protecting people of color, especially black people. It doesn't have a history of protecting women, trans women, just all these demographics. It doesn't really have a history of, going out its way for us, right? And so I'm like, why was it necessary to get the public involved, to have this on the news, to have people say what they were saying? Like, yes, black men have an issue with gay men. Yes, there's an issue with homophobia in the black community, but black men was like getting, as a collective, they were being attacked by those people that are not like straight, I guess, uh, I don't want to say that they definitely weren't straight, but I know that I was hearing about like, oh well, black men didn't come out for Jussie Smollett, and like their homophobia is showing in this situation. I'm like, but we don't even know what happened. So, and like if somebody questions a situation, then it's like if I believe him, then it's like I'm trying to be anti-white. I'm ignoring the facts. I'm ignoring everything everybody else says. If I believe that he lied, it's like, oh, I just don't want to believe, black people. I don't want to believe gays, and it's like sometimes people really just want to think for themselves, but like no matter which way they go, they're going to be criminalized for it. And what bothers me the most, at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything. So everybody just got worked up over nothing. Like, we didn't drop the charges. We didn't put those charges there. We didn't drop those charges. We didn't do nothing. We didn't attack him. We didn't do nothing. We don't have the evidence that we would need to know that he's lying. Like, we're just absorbing information and making a case based off of what we see. And I feel like it was a publicity stunt for the police. I feel like it was a publicity stunt for Jussie Smollett, and not in a way that it was a publicity stunt and it never happened and everything that he said was a lie. I'm not thinking of it like that. I'm thinking of it like if this really happened to you, then why is it everybody else's business? Like, I would just feel like to really make change happen, work directly with the police. Like, and that's what gets on my nerves when celebrities act like they're on the level of civilians. It's like, you have money, you have access, you can use your money, you have power in certain situations to make things happen the way civilians that are not on Empire, that are not making Empire money, we can't do if we were to be in those cases. So if you're really trying to make some big change, then go ahead and do that instead of dragging us through the mud with you. Like, everybody that was saying, Jussie was telling the truth, we ended up looking stupid when they come out saying that he was lying. And then the people that believe that he was lying, now what? Now they looking stupid because they came out and dropped the charges. So it's like, it's not fair to bring us into this situation that don't have nothing to do with us. We don't have no say. We don't control anything. We're just pawns. And they're just playing with our emotions because I don't know, like, they think it's funny. I don't know why they're doing that. And I feel like everyone is just so in the mood to be seen by the world, be seen on social media. I don't know why Jussie Smollett brought us into it. He didn't have to say anything on social media about it. The other celebrities that were reacting to them, to reacting to what happened, that were on his side, they were acting like civilians, like they don't have no say. But y'all got money, y'all can move y'all money in places to make things happen rather than talking on Instagram like you can't do nothing about it. If you really cared, you could have done something about it. But no one's doing anything to actually make some change. It's like we all just bring up these issues and expect us to be mad about it and up in arms. And it's like, stop stressing me out. Don't come to me with your mess if you're not going to do nothing about it. If it's something that's so terrible that black people need to fix this and we have to do all this stuff and making it black people's responsibility to fix the world. I mean, if you're going to say something, do something. Like, I'm not, my excuse would be like, oh, well, I'm in school, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And it's like, sure, I'm sure everybody else, celebrities too, might have their excuses as to why they weren't like active, or at least why I don't know about it. Like, even if they were active in the case and trying to bring justice to Jussie Smollett, I wasn't hearing about it. I was hearing about, is he innocent versus is he lying? Like, that was it. And so my emotions are trying, like, the information that I've been giving is like forcing me to want to pick a side. And it's like, this is none of my business. I shouldn't be picking a side no matter which way it goes. Like, it didn't happen to me, like, it didn't happen to me. It don't affect me. Yes, it was in my city, but I don't even be over there. Like, ain't nobody gonna target me and say, oh, well, ain't you that, so-and-so from so-and-so. Like, that, it's just not my truth, but we all absorb it as if like this is our reality. Like, if the likeliness of us experiencing a traumatic event is like 1 in a million or whatever it is, then why are we constantly fed trauma? Like, why? Why are we constantly fed trauma? And I feel like, some people, like, I talked to my friend and she was saying that, um, it's the public's fault, just for buying into it. And I'm like, but the public is going to do what the public is going to do. Like, I understand, the public, we have a responsibility to decipher, whether we're going to believe what we're hearing or to not believe what we're hearing. But the public is like nature, like we're reacting. Like, the public is going to react. That if you put a big story out, it's going to, how to make things go viral. Like, the public reacting is not something where, like, people have a choice, but if you can predict what people are going to do, you're not predicting it based off of they're going to choose to, like, they're just reacting, like, when I got upset about what happened with Jussie Smollett, it didn't feel like it was a choice to be upset. I just was upset because I heard about it. And so that's what a lot of people are doing, just got up in arms and, got really emotional about the situation. And it just bothers me that we're constantly traumatizing Black people, people of color, people that already go through so much, making them feel unsafe in their own home. People come to this country and feel like they're coming over here for a better life. And I'm over here pressed. Like, I studied abroad to get away from stuff like this. Like, it's just too much. And they do it all the time. And it's almost like, I'm like, does nobody see what's happening? That, like, they're programming us to feel afraid of everything, to feel afraid of everything, to be afraid of everybody. It's just aggravating. And I feel like it's not cool. It's frustrating. I'm tired. I don't care about this anymore. Like, when it first came out that what happened with Jussie, I was upset. I thought that's crazy. I'm like, I know there are racist people in the Chicago area, especially in the west suburbs and in the northern west areas of just like the city. I know that, things, when he came out with the story, I did not think that that was something that was impossible to happen. A lot of people think in Chicago, how could something like that happen in Chicago? But that really wasn't my first thought. I was thinking anything can happen in this city, honestly. And that's where I was coming from. But now it's just like, forget it. Like, I don't care. They're always trying to make us feel unsafe. And I'm tired of feeling unsafe for no reason, basically. So if, it's another Black man, I don't got to go to jail. So I guess I can be happy about that. But all of them wasted our time. Everybody wasted my time, which is why I'm irritated. And at this point, I don't care. I don't want to say anything else about him. I don't want to say anything else about the police. I don't want them to come back and say nothing. I want them to up out my face with all this stuff. That's how I feel about it. So that's all. Bye.